What's up, guys? Matt here, coming at you with another quick video. Today we're taking a look at this 6th scale Jimny from FMS. So since I've been doing so much with FMS lately, like, I thought I've wanted one of these for a long time, and honestly just never have picked it up. I'm not a huge scale guy when it comes to like 10th scale or 6th scale, as this says, but FMS did offer to send me this to test out. So I was not going to turn that down because I'm loving what they're doing. Okay, so this thing, the detail is insane. All right, just going to say that flat out. I absolutely love the look of this thing. All right, so before we get into it, let's see. Here's our transmitter. Does that kind of look familiar? So this is the V2 from the FCX24. It's the exact same. The only difference is we got a plastic wheel here. We actually got foam on this one, but the detail on this thing, and look at this case. This case is awesome. It latches, has a really nice handle right here. Like, I'm gonna take this to the creek in just a minute, and I'm gonna leave it in here and just pack it like that. I mean, that is awesome. I wish I could get one of these just kind of custom made for all my rigs. And I like that it's the foam, it's nice and lightweight. So let's pull this thing out of here and check it out. Boom. All right, so now we've got some parts here. Looks like we got the mirrors and the rack. Maybe we'll throw all this stuff on. I'm just ready to run this thing. Like, can't wait. But we may try to get some of that on there. Mine did have the wheel broke off of the mount back here, straight out of the box as soon as I opened it. So they're gonna replace that. I'm not worried about it. I kind of like the look of it laying in the back. For me, the way I crawl a lot of times, I'll probably break that off anyways. So laying in the back's not a big deal. We have definitely got to get like a G.I. Joe for this. You guys, some of you may have this. If you know of a really good figure for this, definitely let me know, because I got to get one. But the detail inside of this thing is absolutely insane. Look at the gauges. Like, I think you can see all that. They actually have all the numbers, the odometer. You got your pedals, shifters, freaking e-brake. This thing, man, love it. Just unreal what they've done with this thing. So let's see, get our windshield flips up here. Does that like lock in place, or do I just break it? I don't know. So you can see up underneath here, this is just so cool to me. The motor and everything up front, like exactly where, you know, you would expect your engine to be. ESC, we got our receiver. This receiver, like, it's crazy because it looks so similar to this one from my Fly Sky Noble. Like, it's the exact same thing. But anyways, let's power this thing up. I just really want to see like the power of the servos, the slow crawl, that sort of thing. Just curious how this thing's gonna run. Looks pretty cool underneath. Now, I mean, this is a trail rig. It's not gonna crawl massive rocks. You can see we got like some leaf springs here. That's wild. It has the shocks also. And honestly, I know nothing about this. Like, it just looks cool. That's all I know. And I'm just very interested in checking it out. So maybe we will look up some details on it. Looks like the drive shafts are nice and beefy. Really beefy. So shouldn't be any issues with the drive shaft. Steering links are nice and solid. Really cool. Cannot wait to drive this thing. Straight axles, of course. This is going to be a lot of fun. So let's power it up, see how it is, and then we'll get it out into the creek. Okay, so this is a 6th scale figure that I bought a long time ago for my SCX6 Of course, he looks like an idiot in this, but a little big, you know, his head's kind of sticking out over the top of the truck. So I just kind of wanted to see how that fit. No plans to run this snowboard dude in the Jimny, but anyways, we got this thing powered up. I lied, I'm not gonna be carrying it in the case because I went ahead and put the racks and the mirrors and everything on, but had to complete the look of this. So we have some headlights, so freaking sweet. And this right here, I absolutely love this because, like I said, I don't know much about this, guys. I'm just giving you 2FM, hey, I got it, let's check it out review, right? Like, if you want full-on numbers, like, there's plenty of videos out there, but I've looked at this for a long time, and I just thought, well, maybe I could help somebody decide if they wanted one. But one of the things I was thinking was like, oh man, I can hook a servo to this and have the steering wheel actually turn and everything. It's already done, straight out of the box. So you can see the steering wheel actually turns when you turn the wheel. So that is so cool. And like I said, I've looked at this just based on looks alone. I thought about buying it. So I really don't know that much about it, but we're gonna go try to run it. Do a little scale trailing maybe. Just gonna have to go to the creek today, so maybe we can find some stuff there. Don't have time to get out to a really good trailing spot. We do have one of those whiny ESCs here, but it's got pretty good low speed to it. One more thing, this hood latches down really well. I wasn't sure at first how it was gonna do, but it has just a little clip here, so it latches really good, you can see, so it'll stay shut. Actually, a little added detail here, I guess you have like a hood holder. That's pretty cool. But one thing, so your on-off switches here, you have XT60 connectors, which is what I use on all my like 10 scale crawlers and stuff. Most of these like Z-Packs come with those, and they work great. So I run 4S on those all the way up to 4S. Once I go past 4S, and even 4S on a lot of my high-powered rigs, I run the QS8 connectors. But mine didn't have a battery strap. I don't know if that's just standard. It has a slot there for a larger pack. Maybe they just figure it's going to sit down in there and be good. I slapped a piece of Velcro on here for these little packs, and we're good to go. So let's get with it. All right, so you guys know I try to keep it 100% honest with you. While I was out running this, I didn't realize that the ESC was as loud as it seemed on the video. Now, I could tell it was loud. It's kind of annoying, and it's definitely something I'm probably going to change out now, going back watching this video, because all you hear is that annoying whine. But the control of it is pretty decent, honestly. And, you know, I didn't notice it being as annoying in person. I still had a great time with the truck, and really that's my only complaint out of this rig. I didn't have any problem with the servos or anything. The modulation was pretty decent as well for the stock electronics, but that whining sound does get pretty old, especially when I'm going back editing this video. Like, it's insanely loud. So you guys know most of the time I try to not add music too much. Some people like it, some don't, but you know, you kind of like to be able to hear the truck in instances like this, so you can tell that you're not going to enjoy that whiny ESC. So I'm going to let this one play as it is, and you guys can just listen to this annoying sound like I did. All right. It's really not that bad in person, I promise, but you do hear it. So that's really my only complaint with this truck. So hope you guys enjoy the video. You can see here, I've already broke the driver's side mirror. I'm just not good with scalers. Like, I just try too much and end up breaking things. First hard roll, I mean, it rode pretty decent, and I broke the mirror. So it is what it is. Maybe I'll glue it back. It's still on there. It's just kind of dangling. So just know Kind of got to be careful with this one, obviously. It's got a lot of parts sticking up, but overall I had a freaking blast with this thing. And I actually found some really cool lines. You know, I was a little worried with the water being up kind of that there wouldn't be as much for this truck to do, but just like this spot here, things that you normally kind of just roll over maybe with like a Capra or something like that, they become a lot of fun with a scale truck like this. And you know, these tires, they look really good. They're just okay as far as performance, but you know, I get what they were going for with them. And so I'm probably going to run the tires for a little bit. I may end up raising this thing just a hair to kind of get the center up. The bottom of this thing hangs up a decent amount, but I still found a lot of really cool spots just like this, kind of cruising along. This thing just looks so good cruising along there. I can't wait to get a figure in it, so you know, it just looks the part even more. But I see this being like an RC4 drive killer, to be honest. You know, I've been around a few of the TF2s, and man, those things just have a lot of issues. Every time I've been around them, they've broke multiple parts. And usually things are kind of hard to get for them and that sort of thing. And plus, like, if you look at the price of those things, you can buy 2 or 3 of one of these. So, you know, you can catch one of these things on sale and buy at least 2 of them for what you would pay for one of those. And if you guys look in the description, they're actually going to be doing a giveaway for I think a couple different FMS vehicles, and this is one of them you can choose, I believe. So definitely go complete the survey for that. Basically, all you got to do is answer a couple questions of like what you would like to see next out of FMS. And that's just really cool to me that they really care what we want to see. You know, they don't just put out the next thing that they can get a cheap license on, or they can do this or that. You know, they kind of take the time to ask what we would like to see, and even the scale. So maybe click the 24 scale, hint. But now there's some really cool options in there, so definitely check that out. And you enter your email at the end, basically, to enter you for a chance to win an FMS truck. So make sure you check that out. The link's in the description for that. You can see here, if I had just a little more clearance, I'd be able to get that front bumper over that. But this little spot right here, I'm going to let you listen to the audio because I just had such a blast getting up this. You should squeeze through here. Come on, Bertha. Oh, that was awesome. So the main thing you probably notice with this truck is just all the noise, right? Like you hear the servos, you hear the whine of the ESC. And so that's something I'm going to try to clean up. I'm going to try one of the ISDT ESCs. I have one of those I've been meaning to test out. And that thing for like 25 bucks, it has an app you can connect to your phone and do all sorts of stuff. And looks to be really good. So for the price, that's going to be a good option. This is a perfect candidate for that. So I can't wait to try that. And honestly, I just want to drive this truck more. And, you know, it left me with that feeling of I want more. So, like, even just editing this video, I'm getting the itch to drive this little truck so bad. And that's a good thing. Like, if you come away with that impression, then it's obviously good. And I'll be 100% honest with you. I set out to kind of drive this and get a feel for it and get some clips, and I thought, how am I going to get anything worthwhile? Because this truck is not going to climb, it's not going to do this or that. Coming from, you know, like comp style, you know, my G-Shot truck, or like the Bully, or, you know, some of the things I normally drive, I just thought, like, this thing's not going to do anything. But then once you get to driving it and picking those lines that it can do, it just opens up a whole new ball of fun. I mean, it just really is a lot of fun. And honestly, I had a blast taking this thing through the water. And
I get it in a decent little bit of water here in a minute. And the good thing is the ESC is mounted kind of high under the hood there, so, you know, didn't have any issues with getting that wet. And the motor, it's a brush motor, it'll be fine. So, but it's just a lot of fun. That's all I can say. And for the price, man, like what you get is just crazy. And after driving this one, I'm definitely going to have to pick up one of the MB Scalers. That's another one I've been eyeing for a while. And just, man, the value for what you pay is really good with these trucks. And, you know, I feel like if I could get Liam or my father-in-law to go out trailing with me, you know, we like to do some hill climbs and stuff. And there's just something so fun about spinning and sliding, just like right here with this truck. I think some hill climbing would be a lot of fun also. So I definitely want to pick another one of these up. And, you know, we're going to be going down to Gatlinburg here in a couple months, and there's so many awesome places down there. This truck is definitely making that trip with me. It's made the cut, and it's going with me, already determined. So had a blast with it. Check these things out. They're on Amazon. They're actually on sale right now. They run sales on them all the time, and just you're getting a lot for the price. To me, it's a no-brainer. I absolutely had a blast with this truck when I really didn't think I would. That's why I hadn't bought one yet. Honestly, I just wasn't sure about driving this style, but I actually really enjoyed it. So you guys check them out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell. I appreciate everybody. Peace.